海賊王になる男だ。
What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cali Mac on the track, never whack, bring it back, and we are back with StrawHat Sit Down episode 164.
Let's go.
Hey, yo, I'm not gonna lie. I hope I got that right. I think I got that right.
You definitely did.
All right, cool. All right, we good. I had to make sure. I'm here with the gang as usual, almost as usual. You feel me? Our boy Mr. G couldn't make it this week, but you know we're gonna hold it down for him. We're gonna let him handle his business, and you know we'll take it over. You know what I mean?
Sure, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. StrawHat in the building, my brother. What's going on, man?
Nothing much. I've been good. Shoot, I just don't really got much to say other than had a great week.
Nice.
And can't wait to talk about this new character that we're gonna put in our fighting game, which, you know, I know he's a little controversial, but I think for a fighting game character, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
so.
It's gonna be a fun one. Definitely gonna be a fun one. Last but not least, that boy Wyatt's in the building. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? I actually fully agree with that earlier point that KIDD is gonna be one of the cooler ones to design. Potentially just because I remember during Wano, you know, it was very like I really liked him and Lost Fight versus Big Mom because of the Devil Fruit centric focus. So I am excited to work on the move list of this fraud. So I'm like, let's get it.
Not like this. We didn't even get to introduce the character fully, and you know, already on fraud watch. Damn, man. Well, he
I'm
might
sorry
not
to the
be,
viewers, but not the KIDD.
He might not be a fraud in the game. Well, yeah, as you heard, we are gonna go back into our One Piece fighting game. It's a document that we've been working on for over a year now. Actually, it's been a while. But we've been going back and adding different mechanics and characters and things to create a One Piece fighting game. So we've been going over the characters over the past few weeks. Right now, we are going to go over KIDD. We're going to go over his moveset, his special moves, his supers, and generally how he might play as a character. If you are interested in the original document and what we did, all the moves and the mechanics and the other characters that we've done, make sure you guys check out our previous YouTube videos. We'll link those in the description. And yeah, but other than that, let's get right into it, right? We're going to work on Eustace KIDD today. So we normally start with their S button, but I think we need to first kind of figure out what kind of character we want to do here. Maybe a general direction we want to go, because he has a lot of different. His move set is versatile.
Yeah,
his move set is very versatile. We know that he has the magnetic abilities. Another issue is that I was just trying to look up before the episode. I was trying to find all his named attacks, but I couldn't find them. So a lot of this is going to be off of memory and just what we've seen. Remember from the anime manga.
Hold up. Actually, Callie, I got something for you.
Oh yeah, you can send it. I'll definitely pull that up on the screen.
Yep, I got you.
But yeah, so we know that he uses his magnetic abilities. We know that he can create. He loves to create the magnetic arm. Yep. The giant magnet arm. That's probably his main attack. Does he really? He doesn't really use it in a projectile type thing, right? Except for like Dan Punk. Yeah. He doesn't even really throw the stuff that he creates. It's literally a lot of close-up melee with his abilities. I feel like he might be more of a brawler character than anything.
I think he'd be a super brawler.
I just sent a One Piece from the One Piece wiki fandom.
Where'd you send it?
Page on the
it's in the
StrawHat. Yeah, both could.
Yeah, this was a great link mod because we needed this. It's exactly what we were looking for, Callie. When you get to the techniques.
Oh, my goat mod is actually
literally exactly what we were looking for.
Nah, good shit. Mod is the goat.
It's fire.
Yeah. So, but yeah, a lot of his moves are just mostly punching with his metal, creating close range forms with his magnetic control. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna be a brawler, like just creating metal around him and punching the shit out of people.
Yeah, but man, he has so many, like you said, he has so many directions we could still go. Like if we wanted to make his his liberation direction, we can make that his awakening, right? But if you really want to be interesting, you can also make his liberation the Punk Rotten move, where he basically becomes a transformer.
Yes,
like that. Like that.
I feel like that would be hard to translate into a fighting game.
True. He'd be like a boss character in a story mode or something.
Well,
like.
you know, honestly though, what's his name? Grand Blue definitely does that with with
I don't know his
the stupid guy, the stupid joke character.
Yeah, the three of them.
The three of them. Yeah. What the fuck is their name, yo? I'm really drawing a blank, yo. I haven't played Grand Blue in so long.
I haven't played it in a while, but I know the character.
Luane, thank you. Yes, Luane. Luane has a super where he calls upon a goddess. I don't know the lore in Grand Blue, but he calls upon a goddess. Yeah, they call her like mother. Yeah. And this goddess is like a boss character in a fighting game. She doesn't stun, she doesn't get stunned, she takes damage, but she fires her moves regardless of what you're doing. So like she's not crazy strong because she's more of a knowledge check because she has 4 different moves. You press a different button when you're in goddess form. And she has 4 different moves that fill up the whole screen and stuff, but each move has its own distinct counter. You roll, you jump, you dodge, whatever the case may be. But this mechanic does work in a fighting game, so that is something that we could look into. I'm actually.
And another way we could think of it too is that it could transition him into some of a character we might have seen. Like, what if he becomes like Marvel's Capcom Sentinel, right? Like, he goes from like a small dude to like a big ass robot. In that sense, as well, and he has like a few of those moves where, you know, like maybe one thing is like the rocket punch type thing. You know, I feel like there's just a few ways we could go with it. But I agree, this kind of thing is not, you know, unheard of.
I'm anti-install just because I feel like it's a lot. That's basically a whole second character. But if you guys
wait, hold on, you can't be serious. You're not anti-install. We finally Gear 4.
No, I like the install. I like the install for Luffy. I like that. My viewpoint going into this was not just to make a One Piece fighting game, but I want to make a realistic One Piece fighting game in terms of what could be possible if we were to really give this to ArcSys, like, here, can you guys do this? What would they accept and what wouldn't they accept? You know what I'm saying? And I think multiple installs is something that a lot of game developers don't do, for the sense that it just takes a lot. It's basically a second character, and why most games will only have 1 or 2 install characters in them.
Is just to understand the meaning when we say install, that kind of super, like Wayne's super, is that not an install? Does install have to be permanent?
I guess that is an install technically.
Because I was thinking that kind of thing could apply to the same, like, let's say it's a different, let's say we want to go, let's say we like the Sentinel idea, right, where he becomes a bit more of a character rather than a boss. He could still be very temporary and only have a few moves, right? I mean, it's theoretically the same freaking thing. It's the same idea.
Yeah, it's not like a whole fleshed out new character. Like, I mean, like the liberation thing with Luffy and Gear 4, that's more like the traditional install you're talking about. With Punk Rotten, I wasn't thinking like literally like a whole new character from scratch. In fact, if y'all want, because I just got an idea. We can make Punk Rotten the special move uniqueness for KIDD. Can make it where, like, if you hold the S button, you'll attract metal towards your personal.
Yo, Mod, I hate you so fucking much, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, I have been sitting on that shit for like 10 minutes now, bro. I promise you, I shit you not. I was waiting for us to finish this combo, and I was gonna be like, you know what'd be a cool special move? You hold S, and he attracts metal to himself, and he gets stronger. But you know what? It's cool. It's your idea. You said it first. I'll hold that. It's fine.
Yo.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's real, man. He said when he said the liberation could be Punk Rotten, and I'm looking at it on screen, I was like, I was about to say that. So
oh my god,
he's the GOAT, man. He gets to it. I respect
gotta hold that. But
it just means that it's good that we're all kind of aligned on what we kind of want it to be already.
Yeah. But I was saying though, like, that would be Punk Rotten right there. Like, if you build up the meter, like kind of like how we got with Sanji's Diablo Jambe. Like you hold S, he attracts metal, and when you get to the certain point, like fully up there, he turns into Punk Rotten, and the meter will deplete. But while it's at the highest point, he's Punk Rotten.
Okay, like, fire. I think we should get this down for the S button because I have a fire idea for his liberation mode.
Dope.
I don't know how I feel about the entirety of Punk Rotten. I feel like Punk Rotten is such a crazy transformation. I feel like it should be more so of a super or something than just something that they'll be able to do consistently throughout the match. Like, I'm gonna be looking at Punk Rotten half the game instead of KIDD. You know what I mean?
I can also agree that having him have to build towards it. I mean, maybe it's easy to get, maybe it's not. Like
not easy. I vote not easy.
But even then, but actually, this is kind of my point. I feel like the building towards Punk Rotten as like a win condition, almost being, you know, his S button. It's a very important button that we've given to characters to be almost their signature thing, right? It's kind of underwhelming. You know what I mean?
Is it?
If you're building towards the whole game as like a let me make sure I get this in, you know, but obviously it could be a very strong fighting game mechanic. Maybe I'm just thinking too much of like my view of Punk Rotten in the lore.
Then let's make it stages. Like
I kind of like this.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna scream. Oh my god. I'm gonna scream.
Bro was about to say that.
Mod, bro. Yeah. Go ahead,
He's in our ears, bro.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I'm not saying like he gets some parts of Punk Rotten beforehand. I'm saying like just make it like a gradual thing, like four stocks, right? Like stocks a meter. Every time you charge S, right, the meter goes up, right? If it goes up by 1 bar, he gets this. If it goes up by 2 bars, he gets this. If you get it all the way up to 4 or something, or whatever arbitrary number we want to make it, it's Punk Rotten.
That's a great idea, man. That's such a great idea, man. That's so great. That's such a great idea, man. Oh my god, that's amazing, man. I wish I thought of it.
You gotta start cutting niggas off, bro. It's the only choice.
Let me just say it because I'm on board with you. Because I was literally thinking stocks too. I was literally thinking you could go in segments. What I was thinking was instead of Punk Rotten, we can just have that build his arm. Like he just builds metal on his one arm and increases in power with the S button in segments of 4. So every time he presses S, he gets a little bit more on his arm, and by the time it's full stock, he got the giant metal, metal arm.
The huge arm.
Huge arm?
I like that too.
I'm okay with that.
He might get that, but with my way, he might get it sooner.
Be like part 1 and 2 of Punk Rotten,
Yeah,
but it is a bit of a different thing. It's not the same thing, to be fair.
True.
Yeah,
I was just thinking about
you're
like
describing it is in a way that he would gain new abilities and moves or whatnot as he increases the segments, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. I would just say more damage as he gets more metal.
I kind of like that too.
Okay.
I guess so. I think we have this. The arm is his S, and as he gains more metal and stocks, it gets bigger and bigger. I guess in stages. And then Punk Rotten could be a super install, like a la Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I like that idea. I don't know how y'all feel about it.
I like it, and I like it the most because it makes my liberation mode free. Because I think I have the sickest idea.
All right, bet.
I feel that. I'm fine with that.
Okay, so KIDD attracts metal to his arm as he holds S, or as you hold S. I guess he's not holding S, right?
As you hold S.
As S button is held. I guess he's gonna have a meter then, right?
Yeah.
So let me do that. Let me put that above first. We got a name for it. The metal meter.
I like that it made you laugh.
Yeah, you gotta laugh at yourself, man. You gotta be able to laugh
You
at yourself.
Attraction meter.
Yeah, actually, that's not
That's
bad
technically
either.
what it is.
That's kind of tough.
I mean, yeah, sure. Because attraction, I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
I mean, technically, that's what his magnetism is based off of, attraction and repulsion.
Man, hit us with the science.
All right, so meter split into 4 segments. Pressing S button fills up one segment. Then S. Kid attracts metal to his arm. His S button is held, filling up one of his 4 segmented meter bar.
So you want it just to be as clear as possible with that last sentence. Do you want it to go up like bit by bit, or do you want to, like, if you hold S for like 60 frames, you get a stop?
I think I want to do it. You press it. You have to press it 4 times. Only because I want it to be a little bit different than Sanji's, because Sanji's is just hold, right?
Like the spinning and it goes up. Okay, I like that. I like that.
So just to make it a little bit different.
Charge, you get 1 stock.
So it's a press then.
So
yeah,
you
so
press
you
it
press it
and he stays in like you talking about like he press it, he stays in like an animation until
you press
stops?
it. You press it once and the animation goes, and it has a set amount of time duration. Yeah. So he does it. The animation happens. He gets 1 bar. You press it again. He does the animation again. He gets another bar. So you can't just
literally like Gogeta 4.
Yeah, like level up, like Gogeta 4 level ups.
Yep.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Filling up one of his.
Man, those Gogeta level ups were funny. Like some of the compilations you see of people doing them, like getting like 7 in 1 combo and stuff.
One of the last Dragon Ball monthlies we had, bro, man got hit by that insta kill twice in 1 set, bro. In 1 game, I think.
Damn.
Yeah, no, that character was dumb. Okay, meter splits into 4 segments. Kid's damage increases as each segment is filled. Then you have the S button, where Kid attracts metal to his arm, filling up one of his attraction meter bars. 1 pressed.
And basically it becomes the arm, right? Or like the arm gets bigger. Is it like bigger hitboxes? Does it change the attack properties that we're going to give it and stuff like that?
I didn't plan on it, but we could. What do you guys think?
Like if we build it towards it, we're working towards something, right? Like are we making it like if we use it with other S conjunction things, he basically he does a move, let's say he was not leveled, right? And it's just his regular arm. If it's like back S or quarter circle back S or whatever we do, or down S, it's like he punches, right? Or he does some type of move. But as you build the arm itself and make it bigger, more metal and stuff, that move itself becomes more massive in hitbox size and all of that visually, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that, at least that's what I'm picturing in my head.
No, that makes sense. I think, do we want it to affect his whole moveset or just the moves with the arm is also another question.
I vote just the moves with the arm, because that's point of contention. Maybe if we also throw in the repel aspect with his S moves as well, that can also do it. Like he can shoot, because I think in the show, or in the manga and stuff, he could shoot the arm, right? Like he could just shoot it.
I don't think he
definitely he does that to Big Mom, doesn't he? To push her off the.
Oh yeah, you're right. To push her off the rock. No, did he shoot it?
No, he might have shot a rock that had metal on it or something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, I'm reading, and that's what he can just do that anyway, right? Because repel lets him just
facts. Nigga, we can make him do it. Like this is his ability. Yeah.
So if you want, you can in conjunction make it where he gets metal on his arm, and then if you use like if we configure to another S button, like back S, forward S, or quarter circle forward S, whatever, he shoots parts of metal off his arm as projectiles, like as well. Like, but you'll have to rebuild those to, get that metal back or whatever.
Okay, that could be part of his.
So you want to be able to expend the meter. I like that. Yeah.
So do we want his? You gave me an idea, but I kind of like your idea. So I was thinking we could go that route, but with the specials. So like as his attraction meter increases, he, instead of just getting overall damage increase, when you use one of your special moves that involves Kid's arm, it's stronger than if you were to use it without any attraction meter. But honestly, I think I like having moves set specifically to the S button that that revolve around the attraction meter. I think that makes sense.
And specifically, it was more so just one idea, right? The ejecting the arm. I think his other specials can also be affected by the meter too, like the other arm specials.
I think
like
if we do it,
smash.
I think if we do it that way, then he shouldn't get. I think it should either be an overall damage increase or a damage increase specifically for moves that involve his metal arm, I guess.
Well, I think it could be like Gohan, where like Gohan's overall damage goes up a little bit, very key part.
Yeah.
But his moves some moves get better, like actual buffs in terms of like functionality.
Okay. That's cool. I'm cool.
And again, we could just have one arm special and have it have extra effects.
That's also true.
Based on his meter.
Yeah, we could. I'm trying to look at his move list and see, does he have like signature moves, name attacks that evolve with that arm or not?
I think it's just Punk Gibson where he like, it's the big arm and then he just uses it to like smash or like swipe or whatever.
Okay, so do you want to just tie do you want to tie Punk Gibson to his S, like a quarter circle forward S, or do you want to just tie it to like his?
Well, actually, it makes sense. If we're already doing the S ones, I think we should be just 2d6 S something like that. And then 2 and 4 can be that. Yeah. So 2d6 S can be like the regular arm swipe, or like I don't know what he's gonna do with it. And then 2 and 4 can be the eject the arm button, and then you lose all your meter. But there's gonna be a reason you want to do it, maybe.
Okay, so 2d6S would be wait, what move are we talking about?
Punk Gibson.
Punk Gibson. It's basically the regular arm attacks. It's above that. It's one of the first ones.
Is where you go to techniques, like as soon as you're up at techniques, repel and then Punk Gibson.
So
it's a very generic attack. Yeah.
So yeah, is he slamming his arm down or is he just punching forward?
Yeah. It says he slams his arm down. That's what he usually does, but we can change it if we want it to be, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm asking.
You don't have to make it a slam if you don't want to.
Yeah, I think one thing I like, guys know that new Dizzy move, where she swipes the blue sword that she has in Strive?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fair.
I haven't paid attention to Strive in a while.
Did you play Plus R? Did you play any Guilty Gear?
Yeah, I played Strive. I played Plus
R. Okay, yeah, you know Justice's Mikael blade, where she like swipes across the screen.
Oh yeah.
Dizzy has a move in Strive, which is fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the type of move I think could be cool with this Punk Gibson in this game. He like just swipes across the screen.
Yeah, that's fine. That's literally a good blueprint. Yeah,
and it has like a lot of electricity, which I guess I know he doesn't have electricity, but the magnets are kind of
So
does he get access to this move at any level?
Yeah, but it's just so whack at first, or not as good.
Yeah, it's whack. Like it don't really like you could do it, but it don't do anything for real.
Callie, he like swipes his arm in front of him.
Wait, don't we got we can go to YouTube and pull it up, right?
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, well, for Dizzy or Justice, it's Mikael's blade. I think is what it's called.
Let's see.
Yeah,
I wonder if they got like a.
Oh my god, this is crazy.
Guilty Gear.
So is the move gonna increase in ability for every attraction bar that Kid has? So
I mean, he only has 4 of them, right? So
yeah, so can you choose how much to spend on each, or is it just gonna spend however much you have?
Is it spending?
That's what I assumed. Is it not spending?
No, I thought the only way to spend is that you eject the arm for that one attack where he ejects the arm, and then you lose all your meter.
Yeah, I thought that's what I thought too.
Okay.
What's the character? What was the move called again?
I'm just gonna go on the wiki.
I completely forgot the name of it.
I'm gonna find it for you, boss.
So you guys are just saying that she's just gonna swipe his arm forward? Is the range dependent on how many attraction bars he has?
I think for sure, yeah.
Yeah. So you make it where D3, man.
What is he saying, bro?
Oh man. I just now paid attention.
Oh no, Blackhawk tweaking as well. I'm crying. Nah, that last thing about Oxo was crazy, brother.
Yeah, they're going crazy in chat right now.
They're wild in there, man.
They're like, ain't no way they doing useless bit.
But yeah, I sent a picture of the Disney move I'm talking about into the Discord chat.
Yeah.
It is as genuinely as
okay, so it's literally just a clean swipe forward.
Yeah.
I feel like, is there?
Do you want to do something different?
I mean, I'm cool with the move. I just think it should probably to be a slam overhead as opposed to a swipe.
We can do a slam overhead too. I just know we have a few already, a good amount of overheads, but we can do that.
I mean,
too.
no, it doesn't have to be overhead though. That's what I'm saying. It could just.
Oh, it could just be like the move looks
just
that way.
The move looks that way. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be an overhead.
I'm cool with that too. It literally is what the move is in the canon, so I'm cool with that too.
Does it? Oh, how about this? Let's make it where they do it, and depending on the arm level, it ground bounces.
Okay, I'm cool with that, but it depends when he gets it in the bars.
Yeah, like it changes property as.
Okay, Callie, did you think that the only buff was the length of the attack?
That's what I thought. Yeah, so it's also gonna.
Oh, okay.
I mean, how would that work? So when he gets a certain amount, it also ground bounces.
Yeah, because the move is supposed to be whack before Punk Gimps is basically supposed to be whack before the levels get higher, right?
Yeah.
And as it gets higher, because I know so when he gets fully at the highest stock, is that the longest length that the arm will be, or will it be like longer before he gets fully stocked?
Since it's 4 segments, I wrote it out as it increases 1/4 of the screen per bar you have as far as range.
Okay.
But do you think it should get slower for being a full screen move?
Yeah.
Or should it already be?
Yeah,
if you've sat there and gotten 4 S button charges off, I think you deserve.
Oh, you deserve a reward,
yeah.
Basically, right?
You sat there and pressed the S button 4 times and gathered metal and you're
gave up
still.
Neutral, gave up pressure, gave up mix up.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna make the S thing actually kind of hard to get consistently. Okay, cool.
That's what I assumed. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll fuck with that then.
That's
then
why
it could be whatever.
The segments makes it so it's not like Sanji you can just charge at any point, charge it in between, whenever. You know what I mean? You have to do it at set points to make sure you don't get punished.
Yeah, so you're basically like unlike Sanji, right, where he could probably cancel into it and all that other stuff during combo and all that. Which I mean, maybe we could do it with Kid depending on what assist he may have, but basically it's harder. It's a harder version of what Sanji does. Right.
Yeah, I think Gogeta 4 level up was literally the perfect example. Like,
yeah, I'm cool with that.
So actually, now that I think about it, it probably should be a swipe because I'm thinking about it, a slam forward, like full screen, like that's covering the whole screen.
What are you gonna do about that? Yeah.
Yeah. So it probably should be a swipe.
Ooh, can we make it where if it swipes and it hits, you do a spinning animation, and that could give you time to like call an assist, like even from full screen, run up and combo.
Yeah, so
stuff,
we
right?
could just make it so it's comboable. Well, maybe it could just be comboable in general. Because if it's ass with no meter and you get hit with it, then that's your fault.
Yeah,
anyway,
that one should be a slower move. Yeah.
So should it just be comboable overall then?
Yeah, I think so.
It's comboable overall, but I mean like the state of hit stun changes, right? Like if you like, let's say I'm playing, right? I'm envisioning I have the full arm. I use Punk Gibson for full screen. I hit you with the swipe. We're full screen, but since I hit you, you're spinning. You're spinning in the air. You're doing like you're looping in the air, slowly descending, and I may not have time to fully run up by myself in combo, but I could call an assist, and depending on that assist, I can run up and combo after that.
What?
Like,
I get what you mean. I get what you mean. It's just I don't get why does it have to be spinning? Like, why does it have to be spinning specifically?
It doesn't.
This
but
just hits
that's
the
just,
okay.
it's just a visual thing.
Yeah, no, I thought you were like generally like you were pressing the idea. I thought it was something about spinning specifically. That's why I was confused.
Oh no, because in my mind, I don't know why, but I associate like me just swiping you for full screen with like you just
that's cool.
Spinning.
Yeah,
it kind of reminds me of Tekken, how they have like different kinds of hits done.
Yeah.
You know what though?
Like you know how in Tekken, like they make you could be spinning or whatever in the air or whatever. Like,
but basically, you really get a combo off this shit. Is the real.
Yeah, that's the real important thing. Whether they're spinning or not is not important. I just, in my mind, a spinning animation just seems perfect, but it don't have to be that.
I'm thinking, and we want the other move. Do we have the name for the projectile move?
No, I don't
just
think
repel.
Ever...
Just repel.
Repel, right? And he just fires the rock, and it's just gonna be firing the rocket forward. My thing is there gonna be a reason to?
That's what I was thinking.
What's the reason to use one or the other if this one goes full screen?
Well,
what's gonna make the projectile different if they're both covering the same latitude, right? They're both covering ground level. They're both going the same trajectory. Punk Gibson, I'm assuming Punk Gibson will only reach full screen when it has meter, but
I thought about it, boys.
Yeah. Okay.
What if the repel at level 4 gives you a special wall bounce, and it's the only way you can combo in Damned Punk?
Damned Punk. Wait, which one's
Damned Punk
again?
That's the shit that got him killed versus Shanks. That's his like ultra.
Oh, the laser he used on Big Mom.
I thought that I ain't gonna hold you. I thought Damn Punk. Wait, unless you are saying that, because I thought Damn Punk was going to be like a super.
Yeah, I also thought it was going to be.
But I'm saying, but like specifically, it's going to be like his ultra or whatever. I know these terms are
his level 3.
But I'm saying it's going to be like his really strong super.
Yeah.
And the best way to combo into it is by ejecting the arm, and it gives you a special like wall bounce at level 4, and it makes that very comboable into Damn Punk. Let's say like Damn Punk is a harder super to get than usual because it's so strong. And then you give a reason for them to think about ejecting your 4-bar meters and making Punk Gibson way worse.
Oh, so I'm guessing it's a naturally slower super then.
Yeah, we're gonna make it like super slow or some shit like that.
Okay.
I feel like
you know what?
Go ahead.
Talk to me, Callie. No, please.
I feel like trying to put my words together. If we have what is the project? We call it repel, right? I keep forgetting what we're calling it.
Just repel. Just repel.
So if we have repel to combo into the Damn Punk super, would that be the only reason to use it? I also feel like with attraction meter being harder to get, I don't know how I feel about keeping a super
get up
locked behind level 4 attraction or whatever.
I feel that. I know what you mean.
I agree with you, but I think it shouldn't be his. I think he should have like a regular level 3, and then Damn Punk can be his like. You gotta set this shit up, and Law had to set it up for him, right?
Yeah.
Make that a level 5.
Yeah, maybe like level 4 or
whatever.
few
level 5s in the game.
I think our game only has 3 bars.
Oh wait, we all. Oh yeah, that's right. We did make it 3.
But again, Callie, I think he should have another level 3. And I just think that like, because I'm trying to think of a reason to use the fucking.
Repel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my thing. That's my thing, right? Like I'm with that idea, but I don't think that merits enough of use for repel. Like what other time you're gonna use it, you know what I mean?
People could just be super strong.
I got you.
Talk to us.
So repel. We know what we want. We know that stocking with attraction or whatever will help for Punk Gibson, and we know that it gets up to a certain point is Punk Gibson will be at his strongest and the arm attacks will be at their strongest. But what if you just don't want to wait for that? What if you just want the stocks to be able to shoot projectiles to help you go in or something? We can make the projectiles slow so that they move slow, so that that's like a way for him to basically create his own his own assist, basically, like slow moving projectiles that he could run behind as cover to get in.
I actually like that idea a lot, but I think that steps on the damned punk idea, because if it's that slow, it's not going to be able to. You're not going to combo into it.
Okay, I have an idea.
No, I mean, like, it lingers. Like, these are like lingering projectiles that you use to run behind. Like,
yeah,
like,
I get what you mean. I get exactly what you mean. But YHUS was saying that the repel special should be able to combo into the damn punk super specifically, like whatever the properties of this repel are, and it'll let you combo into damn punk easier. It'll be a slower super or whatever. If the projectile itself is also slow, that means that you won't be able to. Well, I guess you know what? I take that back. You
can just get my idea fully, yeah.
It's a combo anyway, so you would be able to combo regardless. Yeah, okay, never mind.
Yeah, you do what you want.
Never mind.
We can have it both ways if y'all want. We can make it where like back S or forward S, depending on which one you press, will either make the projectile slow or super fast. How about that? That way, y'all both can have that idea.
I think your first idea was fine. Honestly, I think it was just me. Right. I think I read it wrong. I think it's. I think that's fine.
Another thing I was thinking about for repel was that it could be that you don't give up all your meter, right? It could be something you have 4 of, or however many stocks it is. Like the projectiles. Let's say we go to projectiles idea. We can make it like that. Each time you use a projectile, you lose a stock, and not all 4 of them. And then that way you're like, okay, I want to use this repel, but I don't want to give up my whole bar. You don't have to.
Yo, actually, wait, YHUS, I got a crazy idea. I got a crazy idea. So remember how I was saying before, like attraction would give you stocks and it changed your moves all the way up to punk rotten? Screw that. How about you do that, but it changes the repel and the state of the projectiles up to certain stocks. So you at stock 1, you can shoot projectiles, but they're super slow and that's good for getting in. Stock 2, it could be something else all the way up to stock 4 with his arm fully there. If you hit repel, you shoot the entire arm, but it's super fast, powerful projectile. Like very powerful projectile, just boom, right there.
But do you have to if you don't want to?
Yeah.
What if I don't want to give up my whole bar? That's kind of the crux of the whole conversation.
But that's up to you. You see, here's the thing: you don't give up nothing. That's the beauty of it. You don't give nothing up for the attraction of the arm. It's like, think of it like you're playing to kind of like two different modes, right? With the same character. On one goal you might have with repel is to, shoot different projectiles based on the stock, but it causes different things to happen, so that goes into your game plan, whereas like the attraction side of it is going to be consistently the same no matter what. And you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can incorporate both sides into your gameplay, but if one person just want to be a complete repel guy, that's the way they'll go, and they'll have different things for the stocks, whereas like the attraction side, it's just going to be consistently building up the arm, punk Gibson, all that.
Like, you low-key mixed me.
Yeah, I got a little confused.
Okay, so I'm saying, like, okay, let me put it like this.
Start from the ground up and how the bar works, because I feel like you're changing it.
Okay, so it's still the same, right? Callie said you hit the S button, you do an animation, you get the stock. Yes. The stock itself is like everything up to what we said about for getting kids armed, punk gifts, and all that is still the same. I'm saying for the repel side, when depending on the stock, whatever you use it will cause something different in terms of like how the projectiles themselves are actually shot.
So each stock is a different property for the projectile.
For the projectile side, because before originally I was kind of thinking like attraction side of it, and like, oh, when he gets up to 4 stocks, full blown punk rotten, right? But instead of that, because we kind of changed it to
what's the attraction side? What do you mean by that?
Okay, so the attraction side, I meant like, you know how we just build up his arm and it just gets longer, maybe slightly different properties, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
I think the wording is confusing. I think he just means in how. I think when he says attract side and repel side, he just means how you use them. I don't think it. I was confusing that reason too.
Okay, yeah, maybe, yeah. But that's basically what I mean, like how you're using it. And on when you use repel, I'm saying that whenever you hit repel, whenever it's going to be that property at stock 0. It's like you shoot 1 cannonball. At stock 1, you shoot swords and a bunch of stuff, but they're slow. Stock 2, I don't know, they shoot in different directions or something. All the way up to stock 4, where you have the full arm already. If you choose to shoot it, because you asked what's the point of what would be the point of them shooting it, right? If they already have a long range move, right? Mm-hmm. I'm saying like at stock 4, that repel is instant, like well, not, it don't have to be instant, but a pretty damn fast like projectile that like does hella damage.
Okay, I fuck with that. Okay. I just want to ask and clarify the repel. When you use it at stock 1 and when you use it at stock 4, do you lose all your stocks or do you only lose 1?
You lose all your stocks.
Okay, whenever you use, okay, understood. Okay, that's all I was confused about.
Okay, all right, yeah. So you lose at any point you use repel, you lose all your stocks.
I like it.
That's the trade-off for a very fast, non-risking projectile that is, especially at stock 4, where you're shooting basically the whole arm.
Okay, I understand. So both Punk Gibson and repel get better every stock. Yeah. But repel, you use all your stocks no matter what.
Yeah, does repel require at least 1 stock to use? I'm assuming because that's
yeah. You can use it if you have 1 stock. You can use it if you have 2 stocks, but it gets better. Each however many stocks you have makes it better.
So is it gonna be like different metals we're throwing at them, like you said, swords and then?
But I think that was a bit of like, I think it should be one of those things that maybe visually changes, but it just, you shouldn't think about it too much. But it does make it better. So let's say
so then we'd go over the stocks then, right?
We gotta think about what makes it better. Definitely, yeah. What kind of move do we want this to be? Is a big question, I think, because I know we said it could be slow, it could be fast, but I think we should lock in like what kind of move it should be. Like, is it a move that you use to cover yourself? Is it a move that you use for projectiles from neutral? Okay,
stock 1 will make it where it's like Usopp's Firebird move, where it's a standard projectile. You know, you can't necessarily run behind it. It's not fast enough. I mean, it's not slow enough for that. All that. It's just a standard projectile that you're shooting. At stock 2, that then you can make it a slow moving projectile that has high priority or something. It's kind of like a shield and a projectile shield that you can run behind, or you can make that stock 3, whichever one you want to make that, depending on how powerful you feel like that is. But
yeah, okay.
But you could do one of those. Stock 3 could be either that or something even better. I'm trying to think what's even better than that as a projectile thing.
I think maybe something that homes in on them.
Ooh, tracking. I'm
trying to think of a video game like a equivalent in a fighting game that I've played, but I can't off the top of my head.
I mean, shoot, Hunter x Hunter, like freaking Hisoka with his bungee gum, right? That is one that is a good example. Yeah, but funny enough, I was kind of thinking for something like that. I mean, I know you already had a liberation idea, but ain't that like his awakening? Unless you want to incorporate like some of his awakening stuff into his S moves, which is fine too.
I think it's one of those things we could do. We're just not thinking about too much.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
It don't have to be set in stone.
I feel like this is a lot. Even just thinking, like, I'm not necessarily against the ideas, but just talking about it and trying to figure out how we would do each stock and how this move in general plays out compared to, I really liked your first idea with just the slow moving projectile, to be honest. I feel like this is a lot, but that's just me. If y'all rock it with it, we can keep going.
Okay, how about this? We'll just make it simple. How about stock 1? And stock 1 is slow moving projectile. Stock 2 still slow moving projectile, just does more damage. Stock 3, slow moving projectile does more damage and has higher priority, so can only go away from another high priority move. And stock 4, you shoot the entire arm, and it's super fast and does hella damage.
That's literally that was literally perfect. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that was beautiful. That was amazing.
He locked the fuck in.
You locked the fuck in. That was literally perfect. I'm not gonna lie. Good shit.
Appreciate it.
All right, so shoots metallic arm forward requires at least 1 stock. Switch forward. Causing a slow moving projectile across the screen. So I guess stock 1 is just a projectile.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so I'll go from stock 2.
Yeah, we can start from stock 2. Damage increase. What was that? That was it, right?
Yeah, you could just put same as stock 1 but plus damage increase, and then with stock 3 you could say same as
higher priority.
Yeah, same as stock 1 and 2 but at priority, you know.
Yeah, that's probably, I don't want to say damage increase twice. I don't want it to be construed as a double damage increase.
Yeah, I'm saying like you can put it either in parentheses or every time you go to a new stock to put down, you could say
you can just say higher. You can just leave it as higher priority, and then it's assumed that like you keep the increases from before.
Okay,
that's fine.
So 4, I know you said we want it to be faster, but is faster better?
I mean, I think because I guess if this is how the kit is moving, how you're revolving the kit around the slow moving projectile, I guess just making it fast with.
Yeah, I mean, it could be bigger here.
Everything.
It could be way bigger. It's a fast projectile with high damage, like high damage.
Nah, but Huss is saying, does it have to be fast?
Because then the move changes a lot. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I was thinking about earlier. Was that like I feel like it should be a better version of the same move, instead of like drastically changing it. Because again, you use a faster move for different purposes.
True. Okay, how about this? It's still a slow move, bigger hitbox because obviously you're shooting the whole arm, and if you block it, you're put into like high amount of block stun.
I fuck with it.
That way you could even do it up close. Like let's say if you get up close, you just shoot the arm and now there's so much block stun that you can just kind of do your own mix up.
And then you give it high hit stun so that you can combo into damage. Amazing, awesome. I like that. I actually think his S is really cool.
We fleshed the fuck out of that.
Yeah, no, that was cool. Specials. Okay. Well, you guys want to run through supers real quick? I think supers we could run through that really quick because I don't.
Yeah, because we already have a Punk Rotten install, right?
Right. So he's gonna have 2 level 3s then. His install wouldn't be his level 1, right? I feel like that's a level 3 thing.
It could be a level 2 as well. It doesn't have to be like that strong.
We could do that. I don't think we have any level 2s. I think that'd be the first level 2, actually.
Yeah, I don't think
we have a single level 2. It's all been level 1 and level 3. We can do that. I'm cool with that. Okay. Well, how did I write these? Okay. Start with level 2. What is it called again, bro? All these fucking punks, yo.
Punk Rotten.
Punk Rotten.
Shit is so annoying. Punk Rotten.
Dude, do you guys know the story of his ship name, Punk Victoria, bro? That shit's sad, bro. And it's in the SBS, like him and his friends who are his shipmates. Like they had a friend who was a girl and she got killed or something like that, so they named the ship after her. And it's Punk Victoria. That shit was sad, bro.
I did not know that. Jesus Christ. Yo,
I know.
Yo, holy shit.
I know. Damn, the worst part is Kid is so cool. He's just a fraud, bro.
He's a cool ass character. Transforms into a large skull with giant hands using his metal.
while he's in Punk Rotten, he has 2 moves, no name moves while in Punk Rotten: Punk Vice and Slam Gibson.
You can just add some other shit.
Yeah, we can kind of do what we want there, I feel like.
Yeah, because it says after forming Punk Rotten, kids make Golem Crush a target with both hands. Is what he uses with KIDD, where he said basically like, oh, I can't damage you like everyone else who's up here, so I don't know why I'm here, but I can slam you. Like I could just crush you with a bunch of stuff.
Yep. Those two top champions were so peak. Oh my god.
Yo, so this is working like Luane's, right? So like he's gonna go.
I think Luane is a good So
he can't. So he can get damage, but he can't get put into stun. So like they can hit him, but he can still move while he's getting hit and do his attack.
He can do his attacks. Yeah.
Well, he's not moving. Are we doing it like we're doing it just like him? So he's not moving. He's just staying in.
Yeah, he stands on the corner. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he has like very telegraphed moves. Like one of them could be like the two hand slam, like Maud was saying.
Yeah, the Punk Vice and then the Slam Gibson, where KIDD uses his goal arms to grab the opponent and slam them to the ground. Where he used against Kaido. Let's make that
Punk Vice. The first one was I agree with you, Maud, but
that's insane. Yo.
Let me tell you, if you get hit by this, your ass type shit.
Yeah, like it's telegraph. I mean, they're all telegraphed. They're slow, right? You can.
Yeah, I guess this shit not gonna be that good. I mean, it shouldn't be that good though, because Luane's isn't that good now. I'm thinking about it. It's like it's a knowledge check. It's not really.
It's knowledge, it's like because it would be suck if you just fight a random
really
golem
fight
now
a
or like
boss. Fighting your man's online, he turns into a boss. Like that's fucked up. So Punk Vice, that's the slam, right?
It is the slam. You would think it's the command grab, right?
Yeah.
Right. I know. Yeah.
So he slams his hands down.
Let's fuck around, and make it overhead, bro.
Yo.
Yeah.
So does it? How much screen would it cover if we did that?
I don't know.
Is it just like a full screen overhead? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it does track, but like again, it's very obvious, you know.
Yeah, and it's an overhead. You just block high.
Yeah, you're like, okay, you see his hands above you, like claps.
No
like
reason to think this is too much. Like,
yeah.
It's not like he has a low and they all look identical. Like,
yeah. Well,
you know.
Well, I think that he
talk to us, man.
I think he should have a low. I was gonna say.
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, Punk Vice, but wait, how?
I'm trying to figure out. I don't know exactly how he would do it. But my thing is, I think that while this should be a knowledge check, it shouldn't be completely.
Yeah, level 2 bars. Let me try to kill this.
It shouldn't be completely useless. Now I'm saying, because if all I'm doing is an overhead and a command grab, and they're 2 completely different animations, nobody's ever getting hit with that. Like even knowledge check or not, you know what I mean?
Okay, I got it. How about this? Can he let him call assists while in Punk Rotten, right? How about that?
What would that do?
I know eventually that at some point when we talk about assists, we're going to have overhead assists, low assists. So maybe if you want to build a strategy around Punk Rotten, you pick assists that hit.
That was a big jump.
This is news to me. Yo, we're getting overhead assists, low assists. I didn't know that. Yo,
hey, come on now. You don't think we should have that?
I like the Marvel version where like only a few characters have like a low assist or something.
Yeah, it's not everybody, but it's a very specific strategy. Like, hey, I'm playing KIDD, right? I play him like this, like the normal way. But if I want to be a cheeky KIDD player, have a certain identity from other KIDD players, play a more Punk Rotten way, where I got this type of assist. When I go into Punk Rotten, I'm actually a threat. Like I'm legitimately a threat. This ain't just for show. Like
I have a cool idea where we can make Punk Rotten a bit more challenging to fight without using assists. And I think maybe we should let the hands act independently. Like no, I don't mean from you, I mean from each other.
Oh,
I didn't mean to throw crazy hand up there on the stage. I didn't mean that. I mean in the sense that
niggas pulled up snatch melee.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying maybe all the moves are one-handed moves. So Punk Vice, instead of bringing two hands down, you come down with one hand, and after a bit of delay, you can then do whatever move you want with the next hand, and then just like that, you can do one hand after the other for like a little bit. So you can do an overhead into a low, or maybe a grab into a low. But the thing is, obviously, we're gonna give players enough tell to be like, oh, the low's coming. Okay, now he's gonna grab, but you have to react and pay attention to both hands.
So we should give him 4 options if that's the case. 4 options for the corresponding face buttons. So when he goes into the super, I'm just going off of Luane. So when he goes into the super, you press one of the buttons. You press 2 of the buttons, and then that's one hand combo. So he does overhead low, over command grab, whatever, and then.
Oh damn! You want to do like that? I was thinking that like
I thought that's what you meant.
Like, I don't know. I was thinking that like one hand is first. Let's say it's always gonna be left hand, so it's left hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then so the first button you press is the left hand, and then the next thing you input is gonna be the right hand, and it swaps, and then it just cycles back. So
okay,
I'm doing left hand overhead, right hand low, left hand low, right hand overhead. You know what I mean?
Oh wait. So it's always the same sequence. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm just saying this. Well, as in, yes, I think it's always gonna be the same sequence of hands. It's always gonna be left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Because otherwise it'd be fucked, right?
Right. So basically, when it's left hand, which is going to be the first one, you can choose between Punk Vice or Slam Gibson.
And you can choose. Let me go over. Let me go low. Let me go grab.
Punk, Slam Gibson low. Okay, so you could just. And can you rapid fire? But obviously they're telegraphed.
There has to be enough delay, yeah, for it to
be
visible and readable.
So basically, basically, if the opponent, that could be fucked, especially in tournament. Like imagine, like you're sweating, if everyone's getting hyped that Punk Rock is called, and you're nervous. It's such a psychological thing.
Callie is bringing up. He knows the Wayne transformation is like a knowledge check. Like you can react if you just chill and look for the options that are coming, right?
Yeah, that's
so
literally how it is.
I think it should be similar, but also I think that like, having both hands do options is a good way to add a little bit more difficulty.
I'm cool with either one. I'm not mad at the way you describe it either. I'm really cool either way. I think the super's cool. We can do it the way you said it. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think it's just like it's more fun and interactive for both players, I think.
What's the delay in between button presses?
I have no idea.
So, yeah, I'm about to say, if you
we could just be kind of vague about this. We could just say enough delay. You know what I mean? Like
enough delay. Wait, what about activation though? Like the active frames will be long. I mean the startup frames will be long. But what about activation time? Like if I want to go like if I want to play like piano, like do like some big band from Skullgirls and do some left right like as I input, is it going to like follow that sequence that I input, or do I need
I don't think it should be dialing like MK like Mortal Kombat. I think it should be like you press it and it does it. So that you can kind of be like, okay, you're dodging the low, let me go overhead, you know what I mean? Like in real time, I should say. I don't think you should program it, if that makes sense.
Okay, no programming. So like as it's happening type thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think if that. Okay, I think I might be overthinking it. I think it should be fine. Should be fine. Hell, if it's bad, if it's that bad, just buff it later.
Yeah.
So you have to stand block, you have to crouch block, you have to jump.
And then maybe S could be like, I don't know, I was thinking like a weaker dance Punk, like a laser, and it could be like Chip or something like that.
Like a laser doing what? Just covering the whole screen?
No, I was thinking like diagonally down. Maybe you could run under it, or maybe if you go, to the top of the corner on the opposite side, you'll jump over it or something. I don't know.
Maybe something. Yeah, we haven't really talked about any like dodge mechanics or anything in this game, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Because that's the thing with the Luane one, right? The ground is unblockable.
One is you can dodge. Something full screen, so that maybe not full screen. Maybe something so that people that are actively avoiding the hands and getting up to KIDD and hitting him, so maybe like a get off me tool for the boss that can still be dodged or blocked or something.
Maybe that's where we finally input the Conqueror's Haki blast, right? Like the wave of Conqueror's Haki. Like get off me and like from originating from where he is.
I'm cool with that.
So Punk Rotten gets Conqueror's Haki.
Like a shockwave. Yeah. I guess Punk Rotten is the key to his Conqueror's Haki.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And maybe that, Kelly, that could be like the real Punisher. Like if you dodging these moves have made you come towards me, maybe I hit you with an unblockable Conqueror's Haki shockwave or something.
Yeah, this should just be counter to it. I don't think it should just be. But we haven't talked about dodge or anything yet, so
yeah,
it's fine. We can come back to it. Look, once we have the general idea, we can always flesh it out later. I'm cool with that. This is cool. It's cool. We cool with this?
Yes, sir. What's his level 1 though?
I also don't. Should he have 2 level 3s as well? Is his only level? So is his only level 3 gonna be Dan Punk? Because then we'd only be able to do it with level 4 stock.
I think we kind of abandoned that idea, right?
I didn't think we did. That's why we added big high hit stun to the stock 4, right? Am I bugging? Of the repel?
I thought the reason we made repel stocks better over time was to replace my reason for.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was to get the best of both worlds. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, we can do that. I don't mind that idea. What do you think, Mod?
Oh,
what do you think?
I mean,
Mod?
that's what that's what I was offering before when I said like slow projectiles, but if you make it like forward S or something like that, it's faster. Because wasn't the worry was that if these were slow projectiles, you might not actually get the combo?
No, that's what I said, and then I took that back. I realized that I was bugging. Like that doesn't make sense.
Okay. Yeah.
But we don't have to. We don't have to. Dan Punk can just be its own super. Like it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. All right. So yeah, he just needs a level 1 then.
Yeah.
It could be the movie did to Big Mom, the big bull.
Ooh, good idea.
Right. He also has the magnetic force shit, right? I don't know if we'd be able to implement that.
I want that to be his liberation. Are you talking about his awakening, right?
Yeah. Wait, what? His awakening? Oh yeah, the North South Pole shit. Yeah. Oh, that was your idea for the awakening? Okay.
Yeah.
The move is called Punk Corna Deal, I think. Punk Corner
for his level 1, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the bull.
That shit was sick. That was such a sick fight.
Okay, can you say it one more time?
Punk Corna Corna Dio Dio.
Corna Dio.
Perfect.
Corna Dio, yeah.
He just like slams a giant bull into you, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think of it back then, but I guess mechanical bulls are like a real thing in real life, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a real thing. Okay, so we cool with supers, right?
Yeah. I feel like we've used this whole moveset in the anime already.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm not sure what we're gonna do for specials right now.
This is gonna be a little tough, I'm not gonna lie.
First
figure something out. Yo, no specials.
No specials on week. We got some stuff to work with. They may not even have to be necessarily name attacks either. They could be
make this up right now, yeah.
Yeah, they could just be iconic stuff that he's done in the anime and stuff like that. Like
all right, name some.
Yeah.
I
didn't even mean to be a hater. I was just a kid, bro.
Okay, so well, it doesn't have to be. I guess we don't. It doesn't have to be necessarily named.
We can make some shit up, yeah.
He can literally just be swinging his big ass arm or whatever. Like it doesn't necessarily. I think repel. Is the only projectile we're doing, right? I don't think is he gonna have another projectile? Because I feel like
he does have another. He does have something else. So it's in his arm here. Yeah, it's a move that he used against Big Mom. Basically he shoots like metal spears, I think, from his arm, like that came about from being formed like a gun in his arm or something like that. Let me see if I can find it. Uh,
I don't know how I feel about
They
him
said his
having
name.
another projectile.
Yeah, I
damn.
also agree.
Yeah, because I
agree.
think only because I feel like because we said from the jump we wanted it to be more brawler-esque, and I think that the repel projectile kind of complements that playstyle because it's not like a real projectile; it's something slow moving, so he can shoot it and then get in and do his brawler thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay, then how about this? His special moves will be completely tied to the arm as well, like his other special moves. Like if he don't have no stocks, they still happen, but like the theme throughout his S moves, they're not as good. So basically with his special moves, you give him like an overhead, give him a low, kind of like Punk Rotten as well, like make one of them like a swipe that maybe lets him lunge across, and it's an overhead, like lunging overhead, lunging low, or something like that, or something tied to the special moves like that. How about that?
I feel like the S buttons.
I feel like we fleshed it out.
Yeah, I feel like the traction meter is like already good as is. I'm not gonna lie.
I think we might have to just.
I really just think it could just be. It could, but I like it could just be like an overhead, like a ground bounce move. I don't know, like a command grab. Like it doesn't have to be like necessarily something crazy tied. It just has to be a move that has special properties. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I agree.
I think he can have. I think a command grab would be cool. It doesn't have to be super crazy, but just something where he grabs the opponent with his big ass arm and slams him down.
I'll walk with that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Punk grab.
Punk grab.
We don't care about the input, right? It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Grabs opponent with metal arm. Them into the ground. It doesn't have to be fast, right? Because he's not necessarily a command grab character, so it doesn't have to be.
Yeah. It could be like the Dragon Ball command grabs, where like you should be able to react to them.
I guess EX can combo.
Yep.
Yeah. No?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Now, if we want, we could also we could give him King's Hockey in one of his special moves.
I would like that.
So like a hockey punch, or maybe like a I don't know, hockey punch. Yeah.
Well, this was what I was telling y'all before. So in the game One Piece Burning Blood, if you hit the R1 button or the meter button, if your character had Conqueror's Hockey, they would exude like a burst. And that burst would be like, basically think of like if I could force extra hit stun on you without actually hitting you. Like just force hit stun on you. And then after that, I can combo you some more. Actually, let me see if I could pull up a video.
So basically, it's like an attack. So like a shockwave. I feel like it's always what.
It's a shockwave,
and then it's like combo filler. It's like LMH shockwave, and then now I can start up whatever I want. Like
yeah, exactly. Yeah, basically you could do like attack, hit the button. You're forced hit stun. Then I can keep doing something else or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's cool. But it's just like a regular combo tool. You do it, and then now they're stunned for like a second, or like they juggle or something like that. Seems pretty simple to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Here's a video. Show it's a short 20-second video.
Are you linking it somewhere?
Yeah, in the Discord.
One Piece Burning Blood.
And if they're in the air when that happens, they slow descend. Like they slow descend real hard.
I feel like there's a lot going on. They're both using it here.
I can't see what the fuck is happening.
think this is more of a clash one.
Which one is doing it? Who? Yeah, I'm confused. Who's activating it? Is it the character?
They're both doing it.
So it's a clash.
This is a clash video, but I guess we can kind of see what it means.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find a better.
You know what? Your link earlier was so good. You know, it's only fair you had a bad one now.
Yeah.
But I think it's simple. It's like a shockwave that lets you combo after. It's like kind of useless, and it's kind of useless in neutral and block.
Well,
but
apparently this one is like a guide on how
tutorial.
to do it.
Yeah, we not.
Yeah, but maybe let me see if I could just scroll through it real quick. It's because all I need is the visual. I don't need to like hear it. Just a visual example of what.
Sure, but I think we get the idea too. Like it's not extremely complicated.
Yeah.
And again, I'm glad we were talking about it before the stream. Like I'm glad it actually made its way into his moveset.
Low block stun, right?
Yeah, definitely low block stun. Probably like
barely safe as
well.
Barely safe.
Basically damn near no like it's just basically for combo food like.
Okay. Creates a hockey shot wave a short distance around himself. Low block stun, safe, but very high hit stun for combos.
I feel like for aura points, the EX one could be plus, but that's for aura. I don't really believe in it,
Wait.
like I don't think he needs a plus. He does not need a plus move, especially since we want to use the stocks for plus on blog. You know what I mean? So don't make it plus. I don't know what we want to do with this.
Well, I mean, he only gets plus move frames on his stocks when he's got 4 anyway. So
do we want to give him EX hockey plus on block?
I'm trying to think about how this kit, with the way this kit would work. I think that with the command grab, that's scary as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, that might not be the move. Now that I think about it.
Maybe it pushes him back, so it's safer. Pushes back on block.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I mean, would there really be a reason to do the X then? I mean, I guess so you're more safe. I guess you can go back to neutral as opposed to losing your turn, right?
Yeah, and then like you don't have to gatling into like the grab or something.
Yeah. Do we got an input for this? This is a DP?
2-2? I don't know. I feel like it's getting a DP vibe.
Yeah, like
now,
I was thinking
honestly.
about it. This is definitely like DP vibes, low key.
Yeah.
But I don't
Then
know,
the EX definitely should not be punishable. The EX should be super punishable then.
Yeah, no, if that's the case, he wouldn't be. Would he be able to? I guess some people combo with the DPs, right? That's not a completely unheard of.
Maybe it's not frame 1 involved, like we said.
I mean, I don't see why not. Should there?
I'm
trying to think about his kit in relations to. Wait, what?
I don't want to play a game where you combo frame 1 DPs.
Understandable. But I mean, it's a lot of games like that now, I fear.
Do I play them?
That's real. There you go. That's real. That's real.
I don't play Dragon Ball anymore. Anyway, all right.
So do we?
Personal.
So do we want to do DP or do we want to just keep it like this?
I think we should keep it like this.
I look like DP,
this.
but okay, that's cool. I'm fine with that. I'm completely okay with that. What
could give him a DP now?
We could give him a DP. I'm cool with that.
I feel like 2-2 is a good motion for this.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I couldn't think of any inputs. My brain was braining.
All good.
If he had a DP, what would it be? No, don't all talk at once now. Yeah.
Just wake up with him uppercutting someone with his arm. Or something.
Yeah, that's completely fine.
Literal short you can.
You don't have to be a literal short. You can. I'm imagining that kid's waking up and he's like, "Get off me!" and then he just swings his arm upward. Like he don't do the whole like dragon uppercut. He just shoot. He just uppercuts you with his arm. Like,
are you gonna call it punk upper?
I was gonna
punk
do
upper,
that.
yeah.
I like it.
I was also thinking like a magnetic storm, like just wakes up and just metal flying everywhere.
I like that.
Whichever one. What you think, Mod?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's fine.
Punk storm then?
Yeah. The DP input, right? 236?
Yeah,
263?
63, yeah.
63? What the fuck would I? 263?
Yeah, you was tweaking. It's all good.
Yo, what the fuck input is that?
That's not kind of sick input, though.
263?
Yeah.
Nah, that's like a right angle triangle. That's OD.
That's fire, bro. We got to do that.
That's OD.
Someone has to have that, bro.
Nah, that's crazy, bro.
Be the first ones, man.
Invulnerable move creates a storm of metal.
I feel like those should be weapons, like all the spears and swords and whatever.
Yo, bro. I'm trying to. Why am I blanking on how to word this right now?
You can say rain down.
Okay, that's fine. Definitely thinking too hard. Do we want one more?
I feel like this is good. I feel like we're set for his moveset. Because we already have 2 extra ones, right, with the S?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We do. And all his other moves are... I'm trying to think of how this guy would play. Like, I feel like with all the other characters, I could kind of envision how they would play. But I guess I can see it. He definitely just...
He's a close range brawler.
Yeah, he gets up close. He has a lot of... Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say he's a close range brawler that has to kind of earn his keep to be like, you know, like some of the other characters. But when he earns his keep, he gets some of the most privileged stuff like in the game.
I feel like that has unwittingly we've kind of created, because I feel like that kind of suits him very well, right? Like he's I guess until he fought Shanks, he was stubbornly hanging in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm cool if y'all cool.
Yeah, but now we gotta tackle his liberation mode.
Oh, whoop, almost forgot. Whoopsies.
Now this is why I feel
why
like I know what he's about to do
for the past
hour.
Lie,
y'all hyping up too much. But I definitely think clearly his liberation should be his awakening.
I thought so too.
What? Y'all know what it's called? I forgot what that's called. Did he have?
I mean, I don't really know if it has the name for it, but I would just say Jiki no Mi Awakening. Yeah, a sign, and then like he should be able to manipulate the opponent's position in some sense.
That's kind of like that's like dude from BlazBlue.
Tager. Yes, exactly. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's able to magnetically push and pull you. Yeah,
and then it just makes him like, this is like, you can't stop me from getting in, because either I'm getting in or I'm gonna bring you to me.
How would would it activate just automatically on awakening? Like,
nah, I think he has to touch
them, right?
Yeah. And it's like, okay, if you let me hit you in some sense, now it's over. Like, you're not gonna let me get out.
So it says KIDD assigns a magnetic polarity to a given target signified by him by saying S or for south or N for north, and the magnetized object / subject displaying the respective letters somewhere on its or their surface.
Yeah, you like
targets with different
he marks them.
Yeah, targets with different assigned poles will then be drawn into another with immense force until sticking together. Yeah, I mean, so you just want to make it where you just move him. I mean, or them, whichever.
I mean, he could move himself. He could give himself S and them N, and then he could activate it on himself. He could activate it on them, and whoever's activated on is the one that moves towards.
Oh, yo, that could be sick.
Right.
So basically, he could with his awakening and liberation that we're doing. He could basically turn himself into low key, kind of like a super air dash character or flight character. Yeah,
exactly. He could really move around the screen, and I think that's the best way to do it. Is him and the opponent should have the signs. I mean, I was thinking there's a world in which you put the sign, you could move the sign like on the screen, kind of like if you guys remember Bang How he
Oh, you could
had
put
those,
it like on the screen, and yeah.
yeah, but that might be a lot.
That's
And
him. That's
I don't. He
definitely
doesn't
him.
really. I don't really view Kid as like a jutting around the screen character like Bang is.
Yeah.
So is the S or N like visually putting on the screen, and whatever he puts that's where he can zoom towards or zoom away from?
I think what we should do is that it should be just he can put it on the opponent, and now that he's on the opponent, he can either choose to manipulate him or the opponent, right? Like, and it should obviously have like a mark, like I don't know, like some like magnetic visual.
Yeah, you can just have it hovering over their heads, like N and S
hovering
over their heads once Kid touches them.
Exactly.
Okay.
So how would that work input wise?
I have no
like
idea.
what are you pressing?
Maybe 214. Oh fuck, the S already taken off.
Well, we have a lot of rooms because we didn't give him like a bunch of special moves. So let me see. What
You
did
want to give
we
him
not
one
use?
of the? You want to use like one of the inputs we didn't use?
Yeah. What did we give him a 214?
Yeah,
Give him half circles.
We didn't give him a 236. Funny
We didn't give him 236, but
oh, we gave him 236S, but not with the face buttons.
it could be that when you're in this mode, 236L pulls you to them, and then 236M pulls them to you. That's all I can think of in terms of using the motions.
Is the opponent in hit stun when you pull them? They're still active, right? I'm assuming.
No, they should still be active.
Still move and shit. Yeah.
It's like he's in an impact.
Right. I'm cool with that. So should there be he should have an EX? He should have EX pull. EX pull.
I don't think so. Unless I guess EX pull is you both come towards each other.
Nah, EX pull should be Punk Clash. That move.
And which one is that?
The move, like the move itself.
Below assign. It's the one. Yeah, it's the one that he used to I think to all those objects that were clashing on Big Mom from the assign, where he crushed her with Kaido's own castle shit.
Oh, it was the tracking metal where he brought all the metal came down on her, and he made because he made her the present to all that metal.
Ooh, what if we make that instead of just having a whole bunch of shit clashing? What if we make it a button that you press it and then a hunk of metal comes flying from
he's
a
fucked.
point of the screen?
Yeah, he's fucked. That's
OD. That's OD.
I don't mind it.
That is crazy.
Maybe his S is full in liberation, and then pressing S in liberation is that button that you're talking about.
So then in liberation he wouldn't have his attraction meter in liberation anymore.
I guess that's if we wanted that what you're talking about, the button to like bring the metal down.
I was just having an idea. It doesn't have to be like that. I'm not super tied to that.
I was just that shit was fire.
Because I think that I think it would be a little strong, but I think it would help him get in. But he would be able to bring them forward. Oh, that would be his EX. He could bring them forward or back, or he could do EX and piece of metal comes flying
and bring
in.
metal to them. Yeah, and call it like an airstrike.
Yeah.
Yo, this character is gonna be OD. Imagine having fully stocked going into liberation, and then you just shoot the Punk Gibson, but you assign them so you pull them to the pumpkin so they can't jump away from it or nothing.
Yeah, that's funny. 236L pulls towards them. 236M pulls Kid towards opponent.
Yeah.
236H causes a piece of metal to come flying in from the top of the screen.
Nah, this character's so sick, bro.
Nah, sick.
No, that's cool. That is actually really cool. I can't lie.
Yeah, it seems like this character, we gave him the most identity with his S's and his liberation. So if you're not doing his S stuff or his liberation, you're playing a very plain Jane character.
And I think it works out because, again, like this fight, I really liked it versus him and Law vs. Big Mom because it brought Devil Fruits back, as like the big draw of why fights matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my big takeaway. So I feel I'm glad you have that takeaway, Mod, about how we worked on him today. So
yeah,
I feel like we did our job, bro.
Yeah, this one was fire.
We killed this nigga, bro.
This one was definitely fire. I like this one a lot. Definitely.
I'm mad that I had to vote the big guns for Kid, but it's all good. You can have it, fucking nigga.
Gangster.
No, this character will be very fun.
Yeah, this character's sick.
Very fun.
This character's definitely sick. We did our thing today.
Yes,
Yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for us today, guys. Pretty long episode today. We definitely went crazy. Big shout out to everybody that hung out with us in chat today. We appreciate you guys. If you're not watching us live, make sure you watch us live every Sunday, 12 p.m. twitch.tv/Cali_Mac or YouTube at StrawHat SitDown. You look for us, you will find us. Actually, I said that a little earlier. That's for the social shout out. I'm slacking. Big shout out to everybody watching this after the fact on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. Appreciate you guys as well. If you're not following us, make sure you follow us on all our socials at StrawHat SitDown on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. You look for us, you will find us. Bada boom, bada bing. I think we're all for break next week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so we should be back next week with an actual chapter review. So make sure you guys tune in next Sunday so we can get back to Luffy and the gang at Elbath. A lot's going on over there, so you know we're going to be there to break it down and talk about it. And that's going to be it for us today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Until next time, take it easy, be safe, be healthy. We appreciate you guys, and we will see y'all when we see y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Who gon' get down? We are. This that StrawHat sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that StrawHat sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. StrawHat sit down crew in the building. We Corona to these other podcasts. We gon' put these people in their feelings when they hear this, and they know that they can't top this. We spit facts and we poppin' every time an episode is dropping. We see D3 in the corner, Mister, that's a real G with the green screen in the background. Got him looking like he in a real scene. We got Big Mod in the cut, always ready with rebuttals, but he bring the knowledge when we in the huddle, so you know the crew is never gonna fumble. And it's wise, last but not least, if you ask me, then Cali, Matt the captain, make him rally around me. Every Sunday we gon' run deep, and we can't stop until we find out about that one piece. Who gon' get down? We are. This that StrawHat sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that StrawHat sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are.